Good morning and welcome back to Cold Waters. I'm Captain Numpty and here's my boat, and today we're in a Traflagar class Royal Navy vessel. It is Valentine's Day 2004 and our mission today is to disrupt a Russian cruise missile carrying or guided missile carrying, I guess squadron you might say, that appears to be led by a Kirov. So, here's the situation report. We've pretty much just detected these guys a time ago, and we've just about closed. The good news is there doesn't appear to be any air assets. The weather is not good enough for that, which is great. I'm also suspect we're in the Norwegian Sea. I don't think the Russians really believe that we would dare to try and intercept them at this range.
Come right to 160, helm aye.
Now that's fine and all, but this Udaloy here, he's pretty close to detecting me. I'm going to drop below the layer, I think. Yeah, I think I need to get below the layer. That's going to help. What else can we... Anything else that's close to detecting me?
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Now, Intel reckons that they've not long resupplied.
Passing 100 feet.
And that looks to be the case because we've got some merchant navy, for want of a better expression, some resupply ships bobbing along around here too. To disrupt them, you might think just means...
Con, sonar, new contact bearing, 17.
Passing 200 feet.
Sink everything, but actually if we can disrupt them by destroying their resupply boats...
Con, helm, steady course.
That would be very effective, but I have to get to them, and I have to, if I'm going to use harpoons, harpoon is quite vulnerable to interception. I don't know what this is.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
That looks like a Charlie 2.
Passing 300 feet.
Okay, let's assume it's a Charlie 2 then.
Con, sonar, Sierra 10 is classified as submerged submarine.
Yeah, that appears to be Charlie 2, okay. So, it's a mixed fleet then. It's a combination of submerged and surface cruise missile biased forces.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
They're not expecting trouble, because they're going along at sort of 14-15 knots, and that submarine's making a ton of noise at that speed. So weapons for the trip today, we've got a mixed bag here. Carrying 8 spearfish, our vertical launch system is how it's modelled in this particular mod for Cold Waters. Yeah, we've got 8 spearfish. Nice high-speed weapon capable of tackling anything. Problem with having it in the vertical launching system tube is we can only wire guide one at a time. I have 5 wires. I can launch all 8 spearfish in a few seconds, but I can only guide one of them.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
And of course, another 4 harpoons as well as the 4 I've just loaded, and 5 tigerfish. So the temptation here is to get to 150 feet, ripple fire those 4 harpoons, and then see what happens. But they're going to have close weapon systems. They're all going to have close-in weapon systems. Basically, there's going to be a lot of covering fire for these. But if I can get right behind them, maybe I could take down the Udaloy. The Udaloy is a very creditable, very serious threat against me, and he is turning towards me. I don't like this. He's probably going to detect a launch, and then he's going to... It's 10,000 yards, so he can't lob anything at me just yet. I think let's be aggressive. I'm going to see if we can get something out just to sink this guy.
Shoot tube 5. Aye, sir.
What's a spearfish? High-speed torpedo. Seems a bit of a waste to send a spearfish against a surface vessel, but believe me, the Udaloy is a nasty piece of work. I'm going to dogleg this thing round. Get my depth to about 150 feet, and I'm going to just don't think I can overwhelm them. I mean, I could just launch 4 harpoons at once. That's
Passing 300 feet.
not very many. But when I break 174 feet, there's a very good chance that they're going to detect me with active sonar, and if they charge me, they're vulnerable to the dead ahead. I think it's either a flaw in the mod of the game or in Russian warships to have limited point defense dead ahead, because you want to turn towards a missile because you can present as small target as you can. We'll see. I really don't want to turn away from the Uloy. I was going to present it with
Come
a
right
much
to
bigger.
177, helm I. Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra, 2, last bearing, 167, contact faded.
Much bigger aspect ratio, and this is what I mean. So right now it's seeing this return from its active sonar, and if I give it side on, there's a lot more metal. In this case I do have anti-air coating. There's a lot more submarine to bounce the signal off, and that means he's going to get a stronger return, and that means he will more likely be able to detect me.
Passing 200 feet.
Okay, I'm getting close to having a bit of fun. I could define it as fun. 150 feet
Con, helm, steady course.
is my launch depth. About 174 is the barrier. Yeah, he's fired a torpedo at oh, that's oh no.
Con, sonar, regained contact on. Sierra, 2, bearing, 168.
Okay, let's get to 150 feet as quick as I can, like so. I'm going to go ahead and launch. This is going to get messy.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir. Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir. Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
For what it's worth, let's send one against them.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
Let's get up and at him.
Come left to 0. Make
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn west.
5 knots. Maneuvering
He's going to have visual on the smoke from my launches. He's going to have a pretty good idea where I am.
Con, maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
Pretty sure there's going to be incoming heading my way. Actually, there's no point in giving me a sea lance right now.
Con, sonar, lost contact.
Passing 200 feet.
Let's switch to the tigerfish. Okay. You know, spearfish
Con, helm, steady course.
might end up going for the Kirov if I can. See if I got any harpoons still left. Well, that's something heading my way. As is that. That's 3 heading my way.
Passing 300 feet.
That's not good. Yep, looks like my harpoons have impacted or not impacted. Something's burning, at least.
Con, sonar, torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing,
Okay.
209.
We kind of expected that, to be fair. So, go ahead and...
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra, 6, last bearing.
Passing 400 feet.
I'd love to tackle this Kirov. Let's see if I can get my spearfish to tackle it. Alright.
Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra, 1, last bearing, 198. Contact is in the baffles.
Con, knuckle
In the words of
formed.
Monty Python, run away, run away. So sling it round west. We're going to try and keep this thing away from me as much as we can. The hope is
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
that the enemy is busy dealing with other stuff. So is
Con, sonar, torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing, 242.
I think that boom was... Oh boy. Yeah, it was. It was stuff being dropped on my head. Or as close to my head as I can. But I would have expected that. I knew that there were 3 coming.
Con, knuckle formed.
3 rocket-launched torpedoes. So... I'd rather stick within sniffing distance of the enemy. But somewhere close to 8,000 yards would be about right. Because at that distance, you can
Con, knuckle formed.
Safely remain away from the depth
Con,
charges.
torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
And it's quite a reasonable range to fire your own weapons at them. Even the tigerfish. Let's go ahead and knuckle again, but right now I'm kind of forced
Con, knuckle formed.
to flee. Let's try something different. Let's drop my depth. Okay, so we know that... Yeah,
Passing 500 feet.
they can see what... These torpedoes can see what I'm doing. Okay, it's fine.
Passing 600 feet. Con, knuckle formed. Passing 700 feet.
Go ahead and crack it round. I'm going to drop a noisemaker, reverse my turn again.
Passing 800 feet.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can get below this torpedo to my port side.
Con, torpedo.
Passing
It's
900
turning
feet.
towards me, but that's okay. I don't think it can dive as quickly as I can. There we go.
Passing 1,000 feet.
And then we're going to reverse
Passing 1,100 feet.
the dive.
Passing 1,200 feet.
Let's go ahead and knuckle back.
Con, knuckle formed.
And then turn.
Passing
Oh,
1,300
I think I
feet.
may have messed this one up.
Passing 1,300 feet.
Yep, I don't think I can get out of this.
1,300 feet.
I'm below my... Okay, I'd managed it, but I'm over depth. Okay, let's go ahead and run away to the north. Just briefly.
Passing 1,300 feet.
Did not think I would survive that. It's very dangerous to be struck by
Con
something
sonar, noisemaker bearing 207.
when you're below
Con
your
sonar,
test depth.
noisemaker bearing 197.
Con, knuckle formed.
But we weren't struck by it, and it didn't even get that close, so... survived. The biting of fingernails will continue,
Con, knuckle formed.
but looks like we've survived to flee another way.
Passing 1,200 feet.
Okay, back to test depth. We may have escaped two of those
Con, knuckle formed.
torpedoes right now as well, which is interesting. Maybe not, but I'm gonna just keep the throttle firewalled.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 195.
It's entirely possible that they will pick me up as they get further away, and the sensors can detect me again. But
Con, knuckle formed.
right about now, it looks like two ships are threatened by something that'll be my spearfish. The cargo ships are making like a tree and getting out of here. And I'm managing to keep this lonely torpedo at bay.
Con sonar, lost contact.
Con, knuckle formed.
Oh, we got the Charlie 2. That's interesting. So we didn't get a warship, we got the submarine. Well, hey, it can still carry cruise missiles. So we are certainly disrupting the convoy. We're sending them towards the Norwegian coast, and that's probably not what the Norwegians want.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, well. Gonna keep
Passing 1,100 feet.
gonna keep running away from this torpedo until it runs out of fuel. And what I'm gonna do is pop back up as quietly and quickly as I can towards the surface, get another fix.
Con, knuckle formed.
What I will do is reload some more harpoons. I do feel that the harpoons are kind of, not going to call them useless, but they're not that effective against warships. You got to be really lucky
Passing 1,000
if there's
feet.
multiple warships to be able to sink one. It does definitely happen, absolutely. And if they're coming towards you, then yeah, they are vulnerable. Sometimes you can get them when they're going away from you as well.
Con, knuckle formed.
But if there's multiple warships, they provide covering fire for each other, and that crossfire is what gets your torpedoes. Sorry, what gets your missiles shot down. That was one of those
Passing 900 feet.
airdrop torpedoes detonating because it ran out of fuel. So,
Con,
confident
torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Con, knuckle formed.
that we'll soon be able to rise back up to periscope depth, which is nice. Lots of sonar activity, though.
Passing 800 feet.
Turn away from this guy. I'm going to turn right back towards it like so.
Con, knuckle
I'm going to
formed.
keep the turn to starboard just a little bit. Go. Hey, there we go. Right. Let's bop to the surface. So pitch it up all the way.
Passing 700. Rig ship
Drop
for
to
ultra
ultra
quiet.
quiet. Going to turn to port just a little bit.
Passing 600 feet.
Con, come left to 220. Helm I.
Okay.
Con, sonar. Con, helm.
Passing 400 feet.
Right. So it looks like just sunk one, but we may have
Con,
damaged.
sonar. Regained contact on. Sierra 3, bearing 171.
We may have damaged something else as well. I definitely saw something burning. Look, Krivat's gotten a little close.
Passing 300 feet.
Let's get the spearfish ready. Kara's coming towards me as well. Kara's quite a formidable warship. 6,000 yards
Con,
is...
sonar. Regained contact on. Sierra 1, bearing 190.
Krivak's within range of that 6,000
Con,
yards.
sonar. Regained
Oh, that's
contact on. Sierra 5, bearing 177.
I'd love to...
Passing 200 feet.
I'd love to sneak past these escorts and harpoon the fleeing...
Con, sonar. Regained contact on. Sierra 7, bearing
Resupply.
182.
Okay, that's not good. That,
Con, sonar. Regained contact on. Sierra 8, bearing 139.
Make depth 4, 5 feet. Dive high.
if that's wide
Con,
guided...
sonar. Regained contact on. Sierra 9, bearing 134.
If that torpedo's wide guided, as soon as I pop my sensors, it's going to be steered right towards me. Well,
Come right to 240. Helm I.
the other thing as well, of course, is if it is not so much wide guided, but everything else was also be attacking me.
Con, dive at 4, 5 feet.
All right,
Dive high.
here goes,
Upscope.
Mr. Krivak. Oh, how far are you? It's-
Con, sonar.
oh,
Master 8 is classified
I mean,
as
that's
emergent.
kind of like saying attack.
Shoot
Oh
2-1.
no,
Aye,
it's
sir.
a trawler. Poppycock. Butt flappage. Well, I wasted a shot on what I hope is not a friendly. It is. Gosh darn it. That's wasted, old.
Con, helm, steady course.
And these guys are too close. Okay, well, I can't engage because even if my weapon were to be effective,
Shoot 2-5. Aye, sir.
I need to get out of here.
Con, sonar. We are cavitating.
I'm going to go ahead and do another one of these, I think.
Con, sonar. Lost.
Passing 100 feet.
Okay, so
Con, fire control.
Con.
Passing 200 feet.
I'm getting out of here because these weapons are
Passing 300 feet.
going to be coming towards me.
Con, sonar.
Yep.
Lost. Con,
There we go.
sonar. No longer cavitating.
Hopefully we've actually missed the
Passing 500 feet.
missed the
Passing 600 feet.
trawler. That's it. Oh no.
Con, sonar. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 147.
Ooh, look at that. That's bad.
Con, sonar. Regained contact on. Master 9. Bearing 130.
Con, knuckle formed.
That's very bad. There's a lot of torpedoes heading my way. Well, let's
Con, knuckle formed.
try and knuckle this thing away from me. It's not having much effect right now. It's a little
Passing
unfortunate.
900 feet. Con, knuckle formed.
Depth,
Passing
depth.
1,000 feet.
Okay, that actually worked. So Krivak and Akara
Passing
are
1,100 feet.
getting to the point where they're close enough to fire at me. I took care of the trawler. Way to go, David.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Master, 2.
Con, maneuvering. Making
Doesn't this
turns
thing
for
detect
3,
me? Well,
2
okay.
knots.
I mean, hey, I'm not complaining if it can't detect me. That's fine by me, but it's not going to last.
Con, sonar, regained contact on. Master, 4. Bearing,
Oh, it's
1,
confused by the
7,
noisemaker.
3.
Okay.
Passing 1,200 feet.
Con, sonar, regained contact on. Master, 2. Bearing, 1, 5, 9.
It's going to circle around and it's going to reacquire me, but it's hopefully buying me a little time to get away from those spearfish because they can also turn around and bite me. Okay.
Con, sonar,
Yeah.
noisemaker,
Here it
bearing,
comes.
1, 7, 2.
The little flashing amber warning light at the top right of the screen tells me that it's getting an idea of where I am, so be aware. Here it comes. I suppose if this was Top Gun, the standby Viper's coming down. Oh boy. Okay, well I have a tigerfish ready and primed to go if I want to hit them with something substantial, and Frevac is
Con,
pretty
sonar,
sure.
noisemaker, bearing, 1, 7, 2.
34 knots. Okay, my tigerfish can catch it. Oh, both can do 34 knots. They're in close proximity though. That's very dangerous for them to be so close to each other, because it means a torpedo could pass from one and go straight to the other one. But it looks like I've managed to get away from this rocket launched torpedo behind me, which is good. A little unexpected too.
Con, sonar, noisemaker, bearing, 1, 5, 9.
You just watch, it'll turn around and acquire me, or if I slow down it'll acquire me. I don't want to slow down right now. What I want to do though is head west.
Come left to 270, helm I. Con, sonar, noisemaker, bearing, 1, 6, 6.
Kara's quite a substantial warship,
Con, helm, steady course.
only 10,000 tons, so that there's a good case for getting a tigerfish out on the way.
Con, sonar, noisemaker, bearing, 1, 5, 9.
Not do that just yet. Well, because the tigerfish is really slow compared to these warships. I'm pretty sure that we're safe from those torpedoes, so I'm going to go ahead and drop my speed.
Con, sonar, lost
Hey.
contact. Master, 2,
Look at that.
last bearing, 1, 5.
Make turns.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Got the Kara now. Is the Krivac still threatened? I don't know, but you'd think he'd go and help his buddies though, right? He looks like he knows where he's going. He can't detect me though. Turning away. No, he's not. So maybe the Kara took both tigerfish. That would be probably quite authentic. So let's go ahead and launch on this guy.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
He's going to detect that for sure. Oh yeah, he is. Okay.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering I.
Yeah, he's got a couple of torpedoes that are already heading my way. They look like they're in standard surge pattern. Are they at the surface? Let's see. Yeah, they are. So they may not detect me down here in the depths, but I'm not going to take that chance. I'm going to try and take some evasive action. I think I want to get my own torpedo. I want to try and get it as close as I can. Which is difficult because he's doing 35 knots. So
Con, sonar, lost contact.
Oh, I just
Master,
lost it.
4, last bearing, 1, 6, 6. Contact is in the baffles.
I'm gonna get stuck in a rock and a hard place here, and if I have to, I'll use a spearfish. But what have I got left? 6, 5. So I only got 4 tigerfish left. Well, could be worse. Could it though? Yeah, it could be worse. Let's get this tigerfish popped up to the surface. So I've made it active. It's gonna go ahead and
Con, sonar, regained contact on. Master, 4, bearing, 1, 6.
excuse
8.
me. It's going to go ahead and pop up to the surface, which is good. So it might not be heard against the background noise of the other 2 torpedoes that are searching for me.
Con, helm, steady course.
I may have made an error. Yeah, I think I did. In the direction that I faced. I'm going to go ahead and turn towards this
Come
thing.
right to 153. Helm I.
Got a bad feeling I'm going to get acquired by it. And I might get acquired by the tigerfish as well. But whatever I do, I'm going to get hit by, potentially attacked by something. They were from the car, right? Torpedoes. 65 M's. Okay, so let's call it 1,000 yards, I think. No, 1,500 yards. Even worse. So they're 2,000 yards away. They might detect me any second now. As for the Krivac, he is not as close as our sensors would have us believe. We haven't picked him up yet. Okay, there we go. My tigerfish hasn't picked him up, but it's about to. So I'm minimizing my potential return by pointing my nose at this approaching torpedo. So it goes.
Sonar, noisemaker, bearing 183.
So torpedo's
Helm, steady course.
going to see this aspect ratio of me, and that's dangerous. Let's make no mistake. This could get very unpleasant very quickly. This Krivac's detected my torpedo. No surprise there.
Fire control, weapon acquired.
I'd love to guide it in manually. I just may not be able to. We've just got to see if we can sneak under these two torpedoes. Not nervous at all with this. Nothing to worry about. It'll be fine. Good grief. I don't really want to drop my speed, though it would help my acoustics on the Krivac, because that 5 knots might make a difference if I have to.
Sonar, noisemaker, bearing 194.
Rig ship for ultra
I'm
quiet.
going to go ahead and do it. Drop my speed to 5 knots, and I'm forcing torpedo 1 to run in a straight line. Something got hit, or something. I think I've avoided this torpedo. Great. Okay. Ooh. So I'm forcing my torpedo in a straight
Sonar,
line.
regained contact on master 5, bearing 168.
I'm manually steering the torpedo right towards this Krivac, so he's probably not expecting that. If I let go of my forcible steering, he's probably going to drop a noisemaker, so let's just try it. Oh, not yet. Very, very close right now.
Sonar, noisemaker, bearing
There it goes.
202.
So, if I time this right,
Fire control, weapon acquired.
okay, it looks like I did. Here's my torpedo, so I'm going to try and cut the corner now. Let's cut the corner here. Holding it steady. It's difficult to visualize. I can't see it top down, but this might be enough to strike him or reach him. No, I don't think so. Let's turn it a little bit more.
Sonar, noisemaker, bearing
Oh,
209.
Gotcha, you bastard. Didn't kill him, no, but I certainly got him. Okay. Okay. He's not sunk. Wow. I expected him to be like dead. But no. Although he's definitely slowing down. He's aggressively slowing down. This might have been enough to sink him. Oh, he's listing. Oh, no, no.
Make turns for 3, 2 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Sonar, lost contact. Master 5, last bearing 168. Contact faded.
This is very bad. These are depth charters heading my way.
Make turns
Yep,
for
there they go.
20
Don't get out of the way.
Maneuvering eye.
Oh, no.
Flooding in the engine room. Passing 1,100 feet.
Ouch. Okay.
Passing 1,000
I
feet.
get you for that. And I loaded the wrong weapon. I think
Passing 900
you
feet.
need one of these. I'm done messing around with you.
Shoot 25.
Have
Passing
one of these,
800
you
feet.
rotter.
Con, fire control. We've
Oh,
lost.
that's bad.
700 feet.
Yep, that's very
Making
bad.
turns for 3, 2 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Master, 1. Last bearing, 186. Contact.
Con, knuckle formed.
Yeah, I need to not
Passing 500 feet.
be anywhere near this spearfish, because if it misses first
Helm right
pass,
2.
I'm its
3,
next
2,
target.
5. Helm aye.
That's not a comfortable feeling, those.
Con, sonar, we are cavitating.
Yeah.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Make depth 350 feet. Dive aye.
At least I've got my tigerfish ready, so I can hit him with one of those as well.
Con, helm, steady course.
Tigerfish is easier to deal with. Okay, there goes the torpedo coming up to the surface. Hopefully YouTube doesn't compress that out the way.
Con, sonar, no longer cavitating.
And how'd you like 80 knots of British up yours?
Con, sonar, noisemaker, bearing, 187.
This is where it gets sticky because the spearfish is turning away from the target. If it turns around, it's going to acquire me. And I'm going to be getting
Con, dive at 350 feet. Dive aye.
80 knots of up yours. So
Con,
let's
maneuvering.
see.
Making turns for 3, 2 knots.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Master, 4. Last bearing, 181. Contact breaking up.
Up yours, sunshine.
Come left to 180. Helm aye.
Right, how bad's my bow?
Make depth 45 feet. Dive aye.
I mean,
Damage control parties.
It-
Into the
it's-
reactor space.
it's floating, so you know that's good. There's a bit of a leak, but
Con, sonar, we are cavitating.
we're quite sure we can fix that with some duct tape.
Make turns for
Con, sonar, no longer cavitating.
So we have a Kirov and a Udaloy as warships left, and some resupply.
Con, helm, steady course.
Some resupply ships. So I think my target right now. See if I can hit some of those resupply boats, ships, I should say.
Con, sonar, regained contact on. Master, 1. Bearing, 183.
Now it would be nice if the Kirov's
Con, maneuvering. Making turns for 10 knots.
Kirov is heading back towards me. Okay, the good news is that if he's heading towards me, then he's vulnerable to a head-on shot, in theory. The bad news is he's heading back towards me, and he has big guns, so if I surface to fix that leak, I might regret that. Let's take a visual inspection of the side of my bow. How bad is it? It looks fun. But okay, I mean, there's a bit of a hole in the side, but I think we could probably use some bubble gum and get that back together. Okay, let's do something unusual. Let's pop the
Con,
sensors
dive at 45 feet. Dive aye.
at 10 knots.
Up scope.
And let's give one of these. Oh, you foolish
Shoot,
Rush.
two.
Arrogant
Aye, sir.
bastard. Have one of these. I'm going to give you 2.
Down scope.
And I'm gonna not gonna dive. Actually, I'm diving a little bit, but I'm gonna get it down to maybe 350 feet, and let's flank
Make
speed it.
depth 3.
Make turns for
Con, sonar, we are cavitating.
I'm fine cavitating. Right, let's watch these harpoons go in. He's turning away though, which is bad. So he's going to give us broadside, which means lots of close-in weapon systems. So I probably should have sent the third one that way. Well, you still could, but it's too late. Number 3 will be useful now if we damage him, cripple him, or don't sink him. Oh, he's turning back towards me. Okay. Did he fire at me? Yeah, there goes his chaff.
Con, sonar, no longer
I think he
cavitating.
got one.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
I think he intercepted one harpoon and
Con, sonar, lost contact. Master, 1. Last bearing, 181. Contact faded.
looks like he's firing at me. Okay, that's probably fine.
Con, dive at 350
I might have
feet.
deserved
Dive
that. I'm going to go ahead and just try and give him another one of these just for the sake of it. And we'll get to 20 knots. It's
Make
not...
turns for
It's not likely to be
0
effective,
knots.
but we'll try
Maneuvering
it
aye.
because you never know.
Passing 200
If
feet.
he's heading right at me and he's upset because I've fired up upon him,
Con sonar.
boy, have I got a surprise for you,
Con
sunshine.
sonar. We are cavitating.
And then I'm going to give him some.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Shall then give him some.
Make depth 350 feet. Dive
Some
high.
tigerfish, right? Let's, for the sake of it. Oof, that's coming my way. That's 2 coming my way. That's okay. And 1 going his way. I do not expect this to slip through his
Con
defenses.
sonar. No longer cavitating.
But we'll try it, because it might.
Con sonar lost contact. Master 3. Last bearing 155. Contact
So
breaking up.
Master 3, was that the Udaloy? No. It was.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Alright, there goes the Kirov's chaff. So that's confused. Oh, look at this. Oh, you beauty.
Con, dive at 350
Come on.
feet. Dive high.
Con sonar. Torpedo
Oh.
in the water.
Oops.
Torpedo in the water. Bearing 181.
Less good, but hey. Alright,
Con sonar.
Con maneuvering.
that's
Con sonar.
2 on me.
Torpedo in the water.
Okay,
Torpedo in the water. Bearing 182.
that's fine.
Passing 500 feet.
That's okay. It's okay. It's not a
Passing
problem.
600 feet.
We know it's coming at us, but it's not really going to
Passing
reach us because look,
700
we're able to
feet.
dive deeper than it can. We're not that badly damaged.
Passing 800
Everything's
feet.
good.
Passing 900 feet. Passing 1,000 feet.
Don't worry, she'll hold it together.
Passing 1,100 feet.
But all the same, I'm going to turn towards this guy. Oh, I don't really want to see my test
Passing
depth though.
1,200 feet.
I mean, I know she's tough and all, but okay. So the Kirov's damaged. We got a sneaky harpoon in. We slipped one through the defenses. That's great news.
Passing 1,200 feet.
That's really good news. We're going to aim right at him now. Or her. Well. And 2 circle. Okay, well, so 1 has acquired me. That's fine.
Con, knuckle formed.
I think the second one likely will as well. They have to come down to my depth, which they will do. Yep, there they go. There goes the second one. So I've got 2 on my tail. It's fine. Not that worried about it. What I'm going to do though is get my depth a little less
Con,
deep.
knuckle formed.
I don't really like being at test depth with a hole in the side of the of the boat. That's not a comfortable feeling. So, okay, this has turned into quite the battle then. Turn away. I'm going to give you another knuckle. If in French, you will have a knuckle.
Con, knuckle formed.
Knuckle.
Passing 1,100 feet.
Go. Have the knuckle, and that should discourage this guy from going anywhere else. Do need to be aware that Kirov does still carry a whole bunch of weapons, and just because it's damaged doesn't mean it's defenseless. If it's burning, maybe.
Con, knuckle formed.
And we can't tell if it's burning right now. If I can listen to it, I probably could tell, but I just can't hear it.
Passing 1,000 feet.
If it's damaged and not moving quickly, fantastic, because then easy victim for a tigerfish. But the Kirov's pretty quick, if it needs to be. Can very easily outdistance my own torpedoes.
Con, knuckle formed.
Looks like we
Passing 900 feet.
lost the second torpedo, maybe? Maybe? Don't detect it.
Con, knuckle formed.
But that doesn't mean it's not there, it just means I can't detect it. Right, I'm heading right at this Kirov, which I'm not it may
Con, knuckle formed.
not be the most sensible thing to do, so I think I want to just
Passing
sidestep
800
a
feet.
little bit. Until at least
Con, knuckle formed.
I can slow down and take a proper lesson. More damage to the hull though, which is nice, and no more leaks. We don't think we managed to fix the leak that was causing us an issue earlier on, so that's good.
Passing 700 feet. Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, gonna arrest my rate of ascent a little bit there. Don't want to come up quite so quick.
Con, knuckle formed.
Another knuckle. Let's keep this thing away from me. Doesn't know how much fuel it's got left. It's followed me for a while, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. It's quite a distance. 6,000 yards, I think. So it's maybe got half of his fuel left, maybe.
Con, knuckle formed.
See if I can swing round quite a way and start heading a lot more westerly. Some more water. Right, it's coming round on me again, so we'll
Con, knuckle
a side on
formed.
aspect.
Passing 600
But
feet.
it does seem to have confused it, I think. I hope. It's sadly turning the same way I am, which is
Con,
bad.
knuckle formed.
I just didn't mean to knuckle that again, but okay. So now my complication is it's turning right at me, and it's very close. About 300 yards.
Con, knuckle formed.
If it happens,
Passing 600 feet.
again, it's going to be right on me. So I've reversed my ballast tank depth change, and I'm now diving. Okay, it's going the right way. That's good. Go ahead and get my depth up. Something blew up. That'll be the northernmost rocket launch torpedo that. There we go. Okay.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Oh, there's two.
Come left to 190. Helm I.
Passing 600 feet.
Another warship there somewhere. I wonder.
Passing 500 feet.
Interesting.
Passing 400 feet. Make depth 4 feet. Dive I.
Interesting. Sometimes, or one of the cargo ships, I think it's the Dub,
Con, helm, steady course.
can has a sonar on it, so that may be maybe what's pinging me. Oh, he's pretty close. He's 6,000 yards. Let's take a listen.
Con sonar regained contact on. Master 5, bearing 160.
I reckon he's moving away from me, which is good. Okay, that's
Con sonar regained contact on. Master 3, bearing 2. Make turns for 10 knots.
because he's
Maneuvering
moving
aye.
away. It means he's not going to get within range of his very nasty depth charges.
Make depth
So
4 feet. Dive I.
we're pretty much at depth. Right, so let's do that. To not breach the surface. Thank you very much. Okay. He's going to detect me once I do this, but I'm okay with that.
Con, dive at 4 feet. Dive I.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
Getting one on the way. Oh, he's fairly far. Oh, okay. 23 knots though. I can easily catch that.
Shoot tube 5. Aye, sir.
And he's not going to be able to fire at me just yet. He's 10,000 yards. Okay.
Down scope.
Come left to. Make turns for 5 knots.
Question
Maneuvering aye.
is, if he fires at me and he's turning
Con
around,
sonar regained contact on. Master 8, bearing 140.
His captain might be aggressive and
Con
might...
sonar regained contact on Master 6, bearing 157.
And might just
Con
decide...
maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
Might just decide that he's going to go ahead and just turn around and get within 6,000 yards.
Con sonar regained contact on Master 7, bearing 165.
And sink me using depth charters, which he's very capable of doing. Well, yeah, that's bad. I think I got a good chance of getting him with Spearfish before he can do that, though. Very good chance. In fact, yes, absolutely. Right, so I made my Spearfish active. I'm letting it bob along the surface. The Tigerfish, I'm going to leave that in navigation mode for now. That's going to be quiet. I don't think he's going to hear the Tigerfish right now. And I'm just going to get my depth a little deeper. I don't want to go below the layer just yet. Maybe 150 feet will be good enough. The hope here is that I can avoid detection. Maybe if I drop below the layer, but then I may also lose him as well.
Con, helm, steady course.
Passing 100 feet.
I think it's more important that he doesn't detect me, but my Spearfish is going to be a very effective deterrent to him. It's not got the biggest warhead in the torpedo land, but it's certainly big enough, and it's followed by a Tigerfish, which will make a mess of him. It will wreck you, sir. He's definitely coming at me, though. He's closed the range, 3,000 yards already. 23 knots, though. He's probably got some form of damage.
Passing 200 feet.
But it's something's damaged to slow him
Con,
down.
fire control, weapon acquired.
So, the question is, does he react to this? He's slowing down. 21 knots he's now showing. He's firing at me. Okay, he's dropped a torpedo in my direction. I'm not surprised at that. I would do the same. And I'm now way below the layer, actually. Okay, let's get my speed on to 10
Make
knots.
turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Con sonar lost contact. Master 6, last bearing 157. Contact faded.
It's tempting to use active sonar. Those are used at 80s, by the way, so that's very bad news. Let's use active sonar so we can actually pinpoint his location. He knows he's been fired at now, absolutely. But hopefully we can disrupt this guy. Okay, so it looks like one of his use.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 203.
Wait, let's go ahead and find out to guide this Spearfish up his tailpipe. Say hello, chumps. This might be enough to sink him, depending on how badly damaged he is. It's certainly going to wreck his day. Come on.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Right. Let's watch this if we can. Not dead yet, but on fire. He's in the bad way now. Engines are still running though. Okay. So my Tigerfish is going to follow up with what I hope is a particularly devastating attack. Let's just check. This USA 80 is right on course to have a go at me. Let's get this Tigerfish active. It's not going to close the distance very quickly, but it might not need to. So he's at 11 knots. So I've got a 24 knot closure, potential 24 knot closing rate on him. Okay, that's good. 13 knots, he's picking up speed. I'm gonna have to increase my speed though.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering aye.
I think I'm gonna get attacked by this USIT 80. It's now dropped off sensors. Okay, and worryingly, real world is going to catch up with me because I'm reaching the window where I'm not going to be able to continue playing Cold Waters. Sorry, simulated Cold Waters. Wow. The timing could not be worse. Oh, come on, Tigerfish. I don't really want to accelerate time, but I'm going to. I'm going to go to flank.
Make turns for 3, 2.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
This user 80 is going to be all over me like a bad rash.
Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
I need to get down to depth.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
And very sadly, I think I'm going to have to
Passing 400 feet.
acknowledge that I'm not going to know the conclusion of this
Passing
battle, sadly.
500 feet.
Very upsetting.
Passing 600 feet.
I'm pretty certain I'm going to kill the Kirov, but I'm also
Passing 700 feet.
not certain I'm going to evade this USET 80. It's coming
Passing
right at me.
800 feet.
Con sonar, lost contact.
Passing 900 feet. Passing 1,000 feet. Passing 1,100 feet.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Right. Well, like I say, I am going to have to draw this to a conclusion, sadly. Yeah, I will not know what happens, but hopefully you got something from this, and hopefully you enjoyed this, because I certainly did. Shame that my world is catching up with me, but there we go.
Con, maneuvering. Making turns for 3, 2 knots.
If you like this, go ahead and click like. If you thought it terrible, go ahead and click dislike. Leave me a comment below as to whether you reckon I could have escaped this USET 80, and I'll see you the next time. Thanks ever so much for watching. Take care. Goodbye.